So a lot of people in the industry did not understand my article about Sam Sulek or my video about Sam Sulek and the $80 pictures at the Arnold Classic. What's going on, everyone? This is Christian Duke. You're watching Strength Addicts powered by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark with Iron Mag Labs. So basically, I had to explain to people who had seen my video or read my article at ironmagazine.com. I had to explain to them, yes, $80 are being charged for a picture of Sam Sulek, presumably autographed, I would imagine. They couldn't wrap their heads around this. Arnold? Sam Sulek? He's charging $80? I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Love this flavor, by the way. Is Sam the one that's going to pocket the money? I don't know. Is Sam going to be the one that's collecting the money? I don't know. But Sam's going to be where the money's collected to get the photo autographed by him. Yes, yes, yes. Anyways, let's move on to the topic. Bodybuilding contracts, are they worth it? They are worth it, obviously. But a lot of people in that earlier story about Sam Sulek were all too quick to blame Fouad Abiad, owner of Raw Supplements. And the thing is, a lot of people blame him. They say he is the one that wants to charge the $80. He is the one that's going to get the $80. Sam over here is just doing what he's told. Could be. But let's unpack that a little bit about doing what he's told. He's not doing what he's told because Fouad is a playground bully. He's not doing what he's told because, the alternative would mean his legs would get broken. He's not doing what he's told because he's going to lose his YouTube following. He's doing what he's told because he's being paid to do what he's told. And so that separates this considerably from all the other situations. He's paid to talk. So whether he's paid to say, this is the greatest supplement that ever existed, or he's paid to charge you for an autograph, at the end of the day, he's got to give that company back a return, which is called return on investment in this industry and any other, that makes it worthwhile for them to keep said athlete on their roster. So it's one of those things where, is he a sellout because he's a sponsored athlete? Are they a cruel company because they just want to make their money back and then some? I think it helps to put things into perspective when you think about it in those terms. I mean, everybody's like, look at Fouad and Bro Chat. Well, Bro Chat is a thing, and it's a big thing because of all the hard work that went on behind the scenes. It wasn't like these 4 guys, 3 guys, whatever, just said, hey, let's jump on YouTube and talk about whatever. It may seem like that. That may be part of the allure that gets you to subscribe and never miss an episode, but that doesn't mean that that's how it happens. I think there was a tremendous amount of production value put into this, a lot of thought, brainstorming on the name, the setup, what room they were going to use, what equipment they were going to use, what kind of lighting, grading, and all that stuff. And I just think that a lot of work went into it. Just like a lot of work probably has gone into hostile subs and, striking partnerships with, top talent while still making business sense. Because again, this is a business. So I think that they are very, very well positioned. And I think that they realize that one of these important partnerships that they made was with Sam Sulek. Now, unlike, these beverages, that's the pitfall of energy drinks, they're carbonated. That is sort of the trade-off though, because you are working with top talent, you're going to pay them well, but you need to make sure you get this money back. And again, the correlation between views and sales has always been a sort of highly debated one. It's one thing, you could be like Chris Bumstead popular, but can you sell supplements like a Chris Bumstead? You know what I mean? That's the thing. And so it's been a gamble. It's been a gamble with Jack Owak, formerly of VPX and Bang Energy. It's been, a nail biter with companies, big companies like Muscle Tech and BSN, trying to sort of find their new identity in this world because they were Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler companies. They were big like 20 years ago. They're still around, but they want to mix it up a little bit. And so they take a big gamble with working with a, fitness industry icon, for example, when they have undeniable influence in social media land, but that doesn't translate to product sales. If they're not moving tubs of protein, if they're not moving pill bottles of creatine, if they're not moving that stuff, that company's not making money. The money's going out, but the money isn't coming in. So at the end of the day, I could see where Fuad maybe made a very, very strict contract on Sam because of the fact he doesn't compete. And honestly, because of the fact that he doesn't know whether or not these crazy amounts of views he's getting on YouTube are going to translate to sales for Hostile. So what he probably did was he said, look, I'm going to pay you $10,000 a month. I would say that's probably what he's getting. Maybe he's getting more. He's probably getting more than that. Maybe I would say between 10 and 20. I would be shocked if it was more than 20. He doesn't compete. He doesn't have competition-related expenses. I don't know if he's married. I don't know if he has kids. If he's a bachelor that doesn't compete, I can't imagine that they're going to pay him much more than 10 to 20,000 a month. That's a lot of money, by the way, 10 to 20,000 a month. But I could see that. I could see that. And in fact, the more I think about it, I could see it being more than 20, maybe 25, maybe 30. I don't know. I really don't know, because Sam is not a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a fad. I mean, he looks like he's a fad, but he's not a fad. He's part of an element in bodybuilding that never died. Your long hair, the do-rags, the mullets, the just blue collar, almost all industrial workers, mill worker, like sort of Americana, you know what I mean? I hate to sound like a documentary person, but that's what I'm talking about. That like group that wore the clown pants, that wore the Gary Stridham string tees, and they never went away. They've always been here. So it's not like fans of like the Liver King or something. The fans that like Sam are hardcore, old school bodybuilding fans that go way back, even pre-Arnold days. I mean, that's the segment that they like him. So the fact that he's been this successful to me means, and should mean to Fuad, is that Sam is not going to be like a Liver King, for example. It was popular, really, really popular for like 10 months or a year and then just went away. Some don't even last a year on top, maybe a month or two. Like the Island Boys, those guys, they were big for like 2 months. You know what I mean? So you sign someone like them, then you want to make sure that you're going to get the most money you can back in that 2 months or however long you think you're going to be famous. Most people don't like just last 2 months, but some people maybe last 2 days. On social media, you can have a video that went viral in 24 hours. That could be your claim to fame. Now, do you pay based on the million views the video's already got, or do you pay towards the million views the video is not going to get in the future? Because once a video has been seen a million times and they're no longer trending, then the most that they're going to see in views might be 10% over 10 years of what it saw the first year. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you'd be an idiot as a company owner to pay somebody for 1 million views that have already been viewed that didn't feature your product, and then to pay huge money for 1 million videos to come that nobody thinks is going to come that are going to have your products all over them. So he probably has a very restrictive contract. Can't do other podcasts, which is a throwback to the old magazine days when they had rosters of athletes in their contract, the old MD Flex Wars, okay? You have got to charge whatever we tell you for pictures that will be provided to you by Hostile. Hostile will furnish you the photographer, the shoot, all that stuff. You just show up and pose, and you're already getting your monthly check anyways, so you're not gonna get any extra for that posing shoot, okay? And you just sign whatever, or if you want, you don't even have to sign them all. You could just we could do one that you sign and mass produce that, and then all you're really doing at the expo is taking a picture with the fan. That's it. We'll do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, it's our pictures shot by our photographer. They're going to be sold for whatever we say they're going to be sold. You're going to take pictures with them or sign them, and we're going to keep the money. Now that makes the supplement companies seem like they're like thieving, greedy, money hungry, like just bastards, right? But Sam's getting a check from them every month for like $25,000, $30,000. If he slips in the bathtub or something, God forbid, or he gets COVID or something, or he just, something really bad happens where he can't work for a month, he's still going to get that $30,000 check. And he's not going to have to pay that $30,000 check back to Hostile because he's under contract. We get December. He doesn't compete. So maybe he makes an appearance at the Olympia. That's his work for December. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where if he is just kind of like a C student, for lack of a better term, just doing what's necessary to pass, which some may argue is a D, but that's not really passing. That's like a pity pass. You're passing with a C, you're a respected mediocre student. You know what I mean? So the thing is, if he's like a C quality sponsored athlete and they're paying like $30,000 a month for him to sit around and do nothing, kind of like Enhanced was with Big Ramy, only he was Mr. Olympia. So that's like a little bit of a game changer. Then they may say, look, you can't talk to anybody, you can't appear anywhere. You got to do exactly what we say at expos. You got to keep these videos that you're doing coming, at least one a week. You got to jump on bro chat every once in a while. Do the photo shoot every once in a while for products or like photos or posters or whatever. And that's it. And if you do all that, then you can do what you love most, which is to go in the gym and train, eat, sleep, and think about bodybuilding. Everybody's happy. Now, the fans might not be happy because they might say, you know, Sam is not a guy that would charge $80 for a picture. Maybe he's not, but he's not going to sign your picture or pose with you with that picture unless you buy it. And he's just doing his job. I mean, look, guys, the idea of a sponsored athlete is the same thing as being a salaried employee or an hourly employee or whatever employee. You know, you're working for somebody. You know what I mean? And Sam is working for Hostel. And Fawad Abed owns Hostel. So I don't see it as an uneven relationship. If anything, I see it as an even relationship. And I could actually see the athlete benefiting more than the supplement company owner. Because for every 100 athletes, yeah, maybe one will shoot to the top. You know what I mean? But most won't. Most will stay where they're at or lose support. Okay? And so it's just one of those things where I think that he's going to do what he needs to do to keep his salary, his contract, his relationship with the company. The same way salary employees do every day, hourly employees do every way. Okay? These people understand they're a spoke in a wheel, basically. You know what I mean? And I feel that those people do the best in professional life and in situations like pro bodybuilding. It's a work ethic mentality. You know what I mean? It's not to be a complainer, it's to be a doer, not a talker. And you can do well in the fitness industry. I mean, you don't have to be famous like Sam Sulek. You can have a good physique and a decent following, and you can be in this category that, you know, either stays the same or diminishes a little bit, but you're still going to be in a good spot because you will be viewed by supplement company owners as a hard worker, not a troublemaker, not a complainer. And so you will ensure your position. Listen, I can rattle off here 20, 25 names of industry people working for various companies that have remained where they're at. They don't make the most, they don't make the least, they have job stability, they're not complainers, they do what they're told, and they're bodybuilding to the core. I can literally shoot out 20 to 25 of those names, and every one of them would fit the bill. They're superstars in their own right, but they're not superstars outwardly. You know what I mean? They're working grunts, basically. You know what I mean? They're sponsored athletes. They compete. Some may be pros, but they're not stars. They're working athletes. And so they work. And they do what they're told. And there's a certain sort of like derogatory tenor to that. There shouldn't be. You know, we do what we're told, guys. Whether you're, you know, in the military, whether you're in a mob family, you know, whether you're a working Joe, a working Christian, you've got a boss. And you got to do what you're told. You got to submit. Call it selling out, whatever you want. It's part of being a grown-up. And that's how things work. If everybody did what they wanted and not what they were told, then we wouldn't have cars or planes or anything. Now, you can sell that as teamwork if you want, because a lot of people have this very deep-seated resistance with anything authority that's over them. You can call it teamwork. But between you and me, there's a team leader and a team member. And you and me, we're team members. We got to listen to what team leader says. But it's not all glory being team leader, because us, we have stability, job security. Team leader doesn't give a good report one month. Team leader is putting his shit in a box and leaving the building for good. So anyways, yeah, get your $80 ready, because you ain't going to meet Sam Sulek or get a picture or a selfie. I don't think. Unless you're just getting $80 for the picture, but I can see it where they make it the $80 fan experience. So it's not really $80 for a picture. It's $80 for a picture and a pen.